being recorded on a daily basis. We're going to talk about the fuel scarcity saga that is rocking the entire nation, from the north down to the south, from the east down to the west. What we're even hearing, even when people in the southwest region are complaining, a report from the southeastern region of the country says it is worse off over there. And so Nigerians are asking so many questions indeed are Nigerians asking, and Nigerians are yearning for a solution. You recall how it all started last week on the program. We got reactions from across the country. Of course, we'll continue today to know if the situation has normalized. I think the highest figure quoted last week was about 280 naira per liter. How much is it being sold now in those places where we got some quotations from last week? The mood of the nation, the Ukraine-Russia crisis is taking a toll, no doubt, on Nigeria. How? Where are we? Where and those things stand as we speak today? These are many more we're going to be looking at. Let us start with the fuel saga. The mood of the nation is what we are looking at this time. Now, let's start with this report compiled by our correspondent, Hanua Komalafe, who went around this ancient city of Ibadan yesterday. Okay, she spoke to a cross-section of Nigerians and she observed happenings at filling stations, some selected filling stations in the ancient city of Ibadan. Let's listen and watch Hanua Komalafe give us this report.
In the last few weeks, Nigerians have grappled with fuel scarcity, which according to the federal government is due to inspection failure, which allowed adulterated products into the country. The crisis has led to increased cost of transportation and many were stranded at bus stops. IBR News crew visited some motor parks where it was noticed that it was not a beehive of activities as usual as a result of fuel scarcity and increase in transportation fare. Passengers lamented that as the ongoing scarcity of petrol continues to bite harder, passengers are stranded at motor parks.
The thing has been so bad, it affected me badly that, see, I'm traveling, but the fare that we used to go at a low cost has increased so much that we are getting stranded on the road. In my budget, your plan of like 2,000, you'll be going to the park, it will reach like 5,000 or 10,000, so it's making people feel bad.
Some park managers who spoke with news crew described the situation as worrisome.
To take everything already, then call it. So ìjọba wa lókè kan ṣàánú wa, kan bá wojú tó sí ọ̀rọ̀ epo yìí.
So things is very hard these days. There's no light, there's no fuel. You cannot even expect somebody that has been collecting like 1,000 from Lagos to Ibadan and be buying fuel at the rate of 162 naira before, buying it at the rate of 200 naira, 250 naira now, and be collecting that same amount. You understand? So the set amount got to be increased. So that is the problem on ground. So people are just struggling, striving, hustling to just make things done. Because when you have people at home, you have to come out and take things, back to the house. So you have to just do things in order to make money.
They appeal to the federal government to act fast and resolve the impasse.
My sister, I can't even express myself about this. It's so painful to every citizen of Oyo State, even Nigeria as a whole. As you can see, we are the one that we are producing fuel. As we hear when we are in small age. Until now, something that we are producing and we are still suffer for it. For how long? We can't be continuing like this in this country. This is out of hand. Please, my only plea to the government is that maybe they should find something to do about this before this thing gets out of hand.
While fuel scarcity in the past has often revolved around increased pump price or subsidy removal, the latest scarcity bites on Nigerians' heart, says a new entrant, adulterated fuel. Anu Akomalafe, IETV News.
So let us start from there. President Muhammadu Buhari is the substantive minister of petroleum. No doubt about that. So earlier today, Nigerians were told that the president will be attending a particular function at the instance of President Uhuru Kenyatta of Kenya in Kenya, and that after that time, after the conference, which is to last for less than 24 hours, he will proceed to the United Kingdom for medical checkup. Nigerians are infuriated. The reason being that there is crisis at home. The question on the lip of some Nigerians is, why should President Muhammadu Buhari even think of traveling out at this time? But can you blame the president? Maybe his doctors never knew that there will be this kind of crisis when he was given an appointment. Don't forget, in 2017, he spent months abroad, precisely in the United Kingdom. And so, Nigerians are caught in this argument and debate. But President Muhammadu Buhari is on his way to the United Kingdom, perhaps for medical trip or attention. He will be spending 2 weeks. I'm being joined on the program this evening by a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress, Mr. Malaja Holawi. A very good evening to you, Mr. Malaja.
Good evening. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you so much for your time. So, is it true that it is insensitive of President Muhammadu Buhari to think or contemplate traveling out at this time, considering the mood of the nation?
Like you said, it is nothing to do with insensitivity, because hate matters in life, hate is wealth. And the fact that we have petrol scarcity, the hospital are running because they have to be for the emergency, and there's a lot of things they have to do. But when it's come to his end, I think he's entitled to do that, like any other Nigerians who go to hospital when they need medical attention. I think it has nothing to do with insensitivity, and it's not the only one that is piloting the nation. We have the vice president, we have all the other ministers who are in charge, and people of the economic team are there as well. So I think things are going the way it should.
But the president did not hand over, to his vice. Of course, he has breached no law, because the law stipulates that the president, if he will be spending more than 21 days outside the shores of the country, should hand over to the next in command, which is the vice president. But in this case, he is billed to spend maybe 14, 15 days in UK. But the question is, can sacrifice be made? Earth is important to at least show Nigerians that he is aware of what they're going through and that he shares of their pains. What a cross-section of Nigerians are saying is that it appears the president is insensitive to their plight. He does not really know what is happening in the country. Perhaps he does not know that Nigerians are suffering this much. That's on one hand. On the other hand, a cross-section of Nigerians believe it's a slap on their face for the president, to be touting medical tourism. He will be going to, there are fine hospitals here in Nigeria. So these are issues for Nigeria. The president will not spend naira abroad. He will perhaps be spending pound sterling. So Nigerian money will be expended on this medical trip, as it were. These are fundamental issues for Nigerians.
Thank you, Anu. The fact that it's quite unfortunate that a lot of us, people that have been abroad will know that the corruption there is minimal. And when they have to give you charges, there is nobody that is going to overload the billings, and things are going to be done the way it should be. But when you are talking about Nigeria, it's a different perspective as well, because things are very expensive here, which is natural.
Is that the reason why the president should go abroad?
I am just saying to you, people so many times they have to assess you before they can give you a bill. The bill are not always universal the way it was abroad. If they think you are rich, they are going to bill you more than you expected. So when you are talking about the medical tourism, when President Obasanjo was there, he never stayed in Nigeria. In about 365 days in a year, he hardly stayed for more than 100 days or probably 80 days. He always junketed around the whole world. And I am just saying this to you. When you are talking about President Muhammadu Buhari, for him to have visited the hospital, it is going to be his regular doctor that is going to see. And mind you, the president has where he stays whenever it goes. So it is official, and I think it's normal.
To those who are calling in already, I will be opening the phone lines in a jiffy. Just give us some time. We really need to go deeper into the conversation. But of course, the calls are coming in. Let's get to hear from Nigerians. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. I am fine. Kindly turn down the volume of your radios, of your television set.
Okay, I'm turning it down.
Okay, your name and where you are calling from.
I'm calling from Kuje.
You are calling from Kuje.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
I'm speaking with you. I'm speaking with you. He's talking like a politician.
He is one.
And this man, introducing his steps. There's no way you can compare Obasanjo government with this government. How much have this government recovered compared to Obasanjo? How much have this government done to the welfare of workers compared to Obasanjo? Now that the nation of Obasanjo, they expect us to talk to him. Obasanjo government elevated the civil servants. And civil servants were poor. They were not owning houses and driving cars. What have they brought? That man is a paid tool.
Okay.
If you do the cooking work. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for your time on the program this evening. The caller from Kuje, I think Kuje is in Abuja. Thank you so much for being part of the program. Okay, so you raised the point, which is true. When you compare the standard of living and the cost of living at this time, we actually know that at the international market, so many things have changed. But a lot of people will not forget in haste that during the tenure of Obasanjo, bushes were turned into cities. No doubt about that. Civil servants had the opportunity of owning houses, as it were, legitimately. Okay? Now, a lot of civil servants at that time became car owners. Apart from that, a lot of people during his first term believe Obasanjo needed to travel that much because Nigeria was just coming from a military regime. And of course, he had to, do a sort of, give a facelift to Nigeria's battered image at that time. But we're talking of a government that took over close to 20 years into return to democracy in Nigeria. And yet we're experiencing this. These are reactions from Nigerians.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity and the man who have just called in to be able to do the comparison. The fact that we are all in Nigeria when Obasanjo was in power, and we saw that the highest demonstration of the civil servant against the regime, some tyrannic policy Obasanjo made so high during the Obasanjo period. We have seen how the people and the civil servant fought when you are talking about increments in the fuel all the time. That is when they know Adam Oshoman as a comrade. And again,
it happened.
No, I am just saying this to you. You must give me an opportunity to explain myself. Because by the time you ask me that question, you ask more than 2 minutes and I listen. Now again, a lot of government parasisters, a lot of things that belong to the government were sold during the Obasanjo period. And a lot of them are not compensated. So,
EG.
No, I am EG. You are talking about NITEL.
For Nigerians are not complaining today. Nigeria has one of the best telecommunication industries
in the world today. And it was the most expensive communication license that we are giving to anywhere in the world.
But
and you see a lot of frustration. You see a lot of Nigerians during the time of Obasanjo. You see a lot of people that were witch hunted. Part of them are the NITEL globe boss who junket head around the world, who left this saw because he was about to be witch hunted. No, so when you are talking about the comparison, about when you are doing some comparison, and again, during the time of Obasanjo, we sell all at a higher rate. It was now because of the war with Russia and what's it called, Ukraine, that we have had when the oil increment oil per barrel was increased. We have had it so low, $30 per barrel, 20 something dollars per barrel, $40 per barrel. It has just increased. For you to know that this government has shortfall when you are talking about the finances. We are talking about the shortfall, the finances, the everything. This government is not having so good.
Mr. Mola Jolawi, okay, let me appeal to the transmission director to please put out the phone numbers for Nigerians to call in so that Nigerians can be part of the program. You know, we're not talking about a rocket science here. We're talking about what Nigerians can feel. If you look at the mood of the nation as it is presently, will you compare what Nigerians are going through now with what they experienced during Obasanjo? Hello, good evening. Okay, the issue I have, I will want you to listen to this, please. When you call in, if I can still hear myself from your end, I will have no cause than to turn down the call. Please cooperate with me. Turn down the volume of your television set. You cannot be hearing me and at the same time be talking to me. No, technology wasn't designed that way. So it's either you move away from your TV set or you put it off and talk to us, all right, so that we can have a smooth transition here. Please do that. All right. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Thank you.
Good evening. How are you?
Thank you so much.
The map is becoming aggressive in arguments. We are not talking about personalities. We are talking about the mood of the nation. We are comparing issues in the past now. If he is fair to himself and is honest, Obasanjo came in. He was the one that transformed Abuja to become a dual carriage. He paid the tax on the flyover bridge where they won. He paid the workers' salaries. And every student became happy. And we are going to today. We all have died talking, tourism, around the rest of our many. Nigerians are friends. So the problem issue to him is normal. But he sat down there and he's talking as if because they are sitting well, properly read. If he goes home and still people cry, he will not talk the way. Okay.
All right. Okay, let's leave it there. So,
can I react on that?
Reactions.
Yeah.
Okay, we're still talking about the economy.
Thank you. And we were talking about the economy. Let me react to that.
Okay.
I love the caller. He has expressed himself, and for the fact that he talks about Abuja, I love it because the concentration of spending from the federal pulse is more to Abuja more than any other place.
Hello, good evening. Your name and where you are calling from?
My name is David.
David from where? Okay. Jaws.
Yeah.
Okay. David from Jaws. Please go ahead.
I'm listening to the program. Seriously, as what that man says about the issue of traveling of boy. Seriously, it sounds somehow. Why? Because people are dying because hunger. People can still die in the issue of this transportation. As a spirit, you cannot even move to you're supposed to. Why? Because everything is cost. The transportation alone has shut everyone in the state and in the entire Nigeria. If you can see a queue at three stations, seriously, it's a surprise thing. And that is not even good. The president is supposed to just, no matter how, let him maintain everything before traveling out of the country. Right now, if we just travel out of the country without doing anything, seriously, a lot of things will happen. To the extent people just die. Without just suffering of different issues. Please try and talk to the president. Let them resolve this thing. Because people are sincere.
All right. Okay, David from Jos there. People are suffering. Nigerians are suffering. Okay, the numbers for you to call in is right there on your television screen. Call in. Let's know. We're looking at the mood of the nation at this time, and we're starting with the economy. People are not smiling at all. Why are they not smiling? Even before the fuel saga started, it's been a tale of woe. Okay, but this has compounded it. Let's go to hear from Nigerians. Hello, good evening. Thank you so much.
I'm calling from Otukpo.
Okay, what's your name from Otukpo?
I'm Mohammed Halidu.
Mohammed Halidu from Otukpo in Benue State. In Benue State, go ahead.
Yes. Yes, we have to take ourselves. This government cannot be compared to Obasanjo's government. During Obasanjo, I know what I did. I have house. I marry only Obasanjo. But today, the reverse is the case. We are dying. In fact, we have to pray for Obasanjo together with the cabinet. Because I don't know what this government is doing. Aside the work of the cast. We are currently out the street. We cannot feed our family. Our children cannot go to school. The teachers cannot be paid. The parents could teach us. We are dying.
Okay, Mr. Mohammed, may God sustain, may God sustain you. Thank you so much, Mr. Mohammed. Okay, so another lamentation from a Nigerian. Okay, Mr. Mohammed called from Otukpo in Benue State. Nigerians are dying. That is his own testimony. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hello, good evening. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, your name is what, please?
My name is Abdurrahman Ali from Niger State.
Abdurrahman Ali from Niger State. Please go ahead.
Ali.
Okay. Okay, please go ahead. Oh, Mr. Abdurrahman, you may call back on the program. We're still on the economy. So as I was explaining, a source in the presidency revealed 2 days ago that the crisis between Ukraine and Russia is going to worsen the fuel crisis saga in Nigeria. And it appears that's exactly what is happening now. Nigerians are lamenting. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. Florence from Niger State.
Your name again, please.
Florence from Niger State.
Okay, Florence from Niger State. Please go ahead.
In Niger State, bandits in Niger State right now I'm thinking in government. We are facing a lot of stress in Niger State. The teachers thing, the teachers defense. People are dying, suffering. People are suffering. They are suffering in Niger State. They are anything. Look at who.
Oh, Florence from Niger State. Okay, Mr. Molaja, you want to react to these? These are Nigerians, okay? People who experienced what it was like in previous administration. We have the cause coming in. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Your name and where you are calling from?
This is Blessing calling from Delta State.
Blessing from Delta State. You're welcome.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Please, because the whole of this nation is very bad. The economy is too much. Everything is increasing every day. People are tired of everything. Who are complaining a lot. Things are so hard. You will not be able to income things are increasing every day, every day. What do you want to do? You go to eat, no money to buy them, as in anything is so terrible. Yes, everything is just, everyone is so tired of everything. Let them will go to every, let them, everybody, let them be free and everybody will be smiling again. This country wasn't like before, which I remember very well. But this 4 years, these are very difficult. The children cannot even go to school because of the economic thing, transport, everything. We are tired. Let the government try and help us. Please, we are begging.
Okay, blessing from Delta State. Thank you so much. We are looking at the mood of the nation on the program. This is the issues here on Impact Africa Television, High TV. Another caller is here. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Good evening.
Hello?
Please turn down the volume of your television set. Please.
Hello? Hello?
You are on. Your name and where you are calling from?
I'm calling from Kogi State.
Your name from Kogi State.
Yes.
What's your name?
If not, Nigeria civilian is not ruling.
Oh, you didn't tell us your name, but you actually told us you called in from Kogi State. Okay? The mood of the nation. That's what we are looking at. Hello, good evening. Thank you so much. Your name and where you are calling from?
My name is Abdul Hamad.
Okay, from where?
From Niger State.
Okay, you are welcome.
So I'm bold to tell you that about religion. Really is not a yardstick. Measure between the poor man, the this region, you can use an hunger to measure the hunger as a yardstick for the poor. And look at what is going on in the place today. Everywhere, kills here and there. Now, I can tell you, in Niger State, primary school teachers are on strike. They hardly paying their salary. It is very, very bad. Are you?
Of course. Go ahead, Mr. Abdurrahman.
To be sincere, and the government are there to save lives and property. They don't see, look at how people are dying like animals. Does government have any experience against that?
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Abdurrahman. The program you're watching is The Issues on Impact Africa Television, ITV. We'll quickly go on a short break, but of course the calls are here. We'll quickly go on this short break. When we'll come back, we'll continue. Okay, it's as if the people want to pour out their mind on the program this evening because the calls are just coming in. We were looking at the economy. We had actually wanted to look at some other sectors, okay, so that we can feed the pulse of the people. We'll go on this break. We'll be back. Then we'll continue with the calls. Please don't go anywhere. Once you call in and I pick your call, kindly turn down the volume of your television set. That is the only way by and through which we can hear ourselves. Let's check who is here. Hello. Okay, kindly call back. Please endeavor to turn down the volume of your television set or you move away from it so that we can hear ourselves. We're looking at the mood of the nation. What are you going through? What does it look like over there at your hand? Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Oh, okay, we lost that call too, but that was a female, another female on the program. Keep the calls coming in. The number to call is right there on your television screen. Hello, good evening. Okay, before calling or immediately your call is picked, please just turn down the volume of your radio set. So, Mr. Molaja Olaoye, unfortunately, these calls will keep distracting us. But we need to hear from the people. Hello, good evening. Hello. Hello, good evening. Okay, you want to call us back on the program. We're looking at the mood of the nation. What is it like over there? There is no fuel. People are buying a liter at an exorbitant price. A cross-section of Nigerians are complaining about electricity. The fact that children can no longer go to school is worrisome. Hello, good evening. Okay, perhaps something is just wrong with the line. So we really want to know what the situation looks like. Right there, just tell us your name and the state that you are calling from. And of course, let's get to interact on the program. So Mr. Molaja, the calls are back. Hello. Hello. Okay, so your reaction to all of these are Nigerians.
If you are going to give me some time to be able to react to it, because they have said their views. It's so sad the way we find ourselves, but we don't have anybody to blame but to take the responsibility as well. To be blaming the federal government alone is not enough, because the distribution channels is there for the federal government, but local government states are able to take from the federal pulse, and they are able, when you are talking about primary school teachers, that is the responsibility of the state government if it's not well being channeled the way it should be done. Now, when I was in secondary school, I did geography. I thought it was during 80s, early 80s. They made us to believe they have predicted the famine that is going to be in the world.
At that time.
It's in the geography. Because we are made to understand that the population of the world is growing geometrically.
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Okay.
It's growing geometrically. You're talking about from 2 to 4, from 4 to 6, from 6 to 8 to 12 to 14 to whatever. And we are made to know that the food production is going on arithmetically. You are talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means we cannot be able to feed all the people.
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening. Your name? Your name again from Jos.
Yes.
What's your name from? I didn't get that. Okay. Go ahead from Jos. Go ahead from Jos. Karuchap.
We in Jos, we are suffering, are dying. Because this thing will do the people are suffering in Jos.
Okay. Thank you so much. All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Crashup from Jos.
It is so sad that Nigeria, our food production is basic on conventional method of food plantation, this and that. When you are talking about the outside world, they have grown more than that. That is why you will see the way they can be.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Your name and where you are calling from?
I'm calling from Kogi State.
Your name, please.
My name is Umar Mohammed.
Umar Mohammed, please turn down the...
Hello.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
My advice is that they should go to communities, because Nigeria we don't understand it. All Nigeria hunger, money, nothing, and suffering, dying. Community.
Oh, okay. It's not the kind of narrative that we should promote, Mr. Omar. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Omar from Kogi State. Reactions are coming in. We're looking at the mood of the nation on the program. Hello, good evening. Good evening. Thank you so much.
I'm calling from Gombe.
Your name from Gombe, please.
Yes.
Blessing. Blessing.
We are dying. We are trying everything. Nothing of this is not in this country. And we are concerned about to actually. Please don't have money. Now nobody can buy. What is happening? We don't know. Please.
Oh, Blessing from Gombe State. Blessing said if he had knew, he wouldn't have married. Now, marriage is a burden because of the economy of the nation. Okay, the number to call is right there on your television screen. But please, when you call in, turn down the volume of your television screen. Please do that for us so that we can hear ourselves. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Thank you so much. Your name and where you are calling from?
Yeah, my name is Kunle from Jos.
Kunle from Jos. You are welcome.
From Lagos.
Oh, Kunle from Lagos. All right, go ahead, Kunle.
Yeah, the issue of Nigeria is beyond what I can think of lately. Because most things are not working the way we thought it should. Come to think of it, we are all producing country, we are not stuff, we are and the social crisis. One minister is coming to tell us it will affect the cost of our food, what we have in our own country. It's not out of I don't know to put it, because naturally, if our government is working the way it should, by now we should have our refinery working, running. And we shouldn't depend on our own going to the outside of the country and coming back and paying subsidy about it. This is uncalled for. We are not buying food for crisis. We are all producing country. We should not be going through this. The hardship is much. Because you know how it is on Monday. I have to pack down my car and go to a public transport. And the end of the day, it's expensive. It's even more costly than driving my car. It's uncalled for. Nigerian people are suffering. The cost of food is high. We don't have electricity. The cost of electricity is high. Everything is high. What is going on in this country?
All right. Thank you so much, Kunle from Lagos. I forgot to ask Kunle which area in Lagos State he cut from, but that's the submission of Kunle from Lagos State. One of the questions that Nigerians are asking, what is happening to Nigerian refineries, okay, before the advent of democracy or before the return to democracy? Many of these refineries were working. What happened to them? Hello, good evening. Your name is what? Okay, Thomas. Oh, Thomas from where? Oh, Thomas from Nasarawa. I am sorry, Thomas from Nasarawa. You want to call us back? Okay, the line is not clear. I wouldn't know whether from this end or from your own end. But of course, you can call us back. You know, we're supposed to have a discussion, a conversation. But when you look at this kind of tale of lamentation coming from the people, you just want to have a full of it. Okay. Hello, good evening. Okay, Thomas from where?
From Adamawa.
Thomas from Adamawa, you're welcome.
Yeah. You know, there is one thing in this government, you understand. No, that we.
Hello, Thomas, are you there? Okay, Thomas, you didn't turn down the volume of your television screen, and as such, we could hear ourselves, or I could hear myself from your hand, and that's very bad. All right. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I am fine, and you too.
So I'm speaking from Mina in Niger State.
Your name again from Mina in Niger State?
Anthony.
Anthony from Mina in Niger State. Please go ahead.
Yes. Hello.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead, Anthony.
I keep on wondering if we have government in this country. I'm speaking from Niger State. And the Niger State is our state. Since yesterday, we are not light. They just returned the light just about a couple of minutes ago. The salary of the people government is not paying. And the one that is paying on the settings. The roads are bad. There's no water. The water tanker we used to buy for 6,000 has gone now to 10,000. And that cannot last for 2 weeks. Okay, corporately it's now compounded with this fuel situation. Come and see, the black market is thriving down into the petrol station here. So I keep wondering, we have government in this country. Okay, the banking that they sold to me about 2 days ago for 6,000, it has now gone to 7,500. So the salary is not paid, salary at times is not paid. So I keep on wondering, the roads are bad. You have from here to Senegal, all is terrible. From here now to Bida, pregnant woman must not even pass through that place, otherwise she would have been miscarriage. The road is as bad after. But from here to Senegal. Okay. So I keep on wondering, and the governor is there, he is not sensitive to this. But funny enough, he's going to UK to work to go match alive when the state is done it with being needed to talk around. What sort of responsibilities is this?
All right, Mr. Anthony.
So well, I'm really fed up. So I'm talking the voice of the very many people, not mine.
Thank you so much, Mr. Anthony. Okay, Mr. Anthony from Mina in Niger State. It's quite unfortunate. These are reactions from Nigerians. They are talking about what they're experiencing. Take note of details of the people. Take note of what Nigerians are saying, Mr. Molaja. Take note of what Nigerians are saying. Take note of their testimony or lamentation, as it were. Turn down the volume of your TV. Before calling us, please mute the volume or you put it off. All right? It's destructive. It is very, very destructive. Please, let's play the game according to the rules. We would love to hear from you, but please, let's have a smooth conversation whenever you call in on the program. Mr. Malaja, I may have to stop calls so that you can react to all of these, but they keep coming in. Hello, good evening. Hello. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Your name and where you are calling from?
My name is Saru. I'm from Plateau State.
Where in Plateau State are you calling from?
Jos.
Okay, from Jos. You're welcome.
I want to contribute on the issue of
Please go on.
Plateau State, they have Obasan Teji. We don't know how to. That is my own contribution.
Okay.
Are you hearing me?
I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. Mr. Malaja, over to you. I will have to stop this call so that you can respond.
It's so sad, the situation we find ourselves in this country. There is a lot of hunger, no doubt. Insecurity is there. But the government are trying their possible best to do the needful. and compounded with oil scarcity, it is so sad because we don't have contingency plan when any uneventful things happen. If you have to fly from Lagos, Ibadan to Lagos, if any accident happen within the 3, 4, 5 lanes, it's going to disrupt all the incoming vehicle because nobody is going to wait. We heard about the so-called adulterated fuel that some marketers brought into Nigeria, the importers brought into Nigeria.
These marketers that NNPC called attention to, they denied knowledge of this. And so the belief of a majority of Nigerians is that it's the NNPC that has the sole responsibility of importing fuel into this country.
No.
Given
No. You are getting it wrong. The NNPC has the sole power of importing about 50%. Others can be able to import other 50%.
Granted the fact that there are other independent markets.
Yes.
Nigerians are wondering whether these ones cannot be sanctioned. Are they not Nigerians? Even if you are expatriates,
they are untouchable. They are untouchable.
Why?
I will tell you. You can see the National Assembly inviting some few of them to come and answer the question of bringing adulterated fuel into the country. With that, we're having shortage. A lot of them are not bringing it anymore. You can imagine how NNPC is advertising and saying it every day.
No, the belief is that
it is not about the belief.
The belief is that those in the government are benefiting from this. And that's why it's going to be difficult.
Those who are in the government are you and me. Like you are talking about the Bovas, you are talking about Sao, you are talking about Tasca Energy. You can be able to buy fuel in those places because they are not procuring from NNPC. And if you go to all other independent marketers who are procuring every day from NNPC, you can see the vehicle from Lagos to Ibadan going to different filling stations. They are not selling. They are the one. The Sao, the so-called Bobas are selling at the normal rate.
You don't need to mention.
I am just saying.
The truth of the matter is that even when you want to change the narrative, Nigerians are saying they are wiser. Nigerians are saying beyond all of this.
I don't believe that.
The cross section of Nigerians will think
what
you're doing is propaganda.
They have been sentimental.
Nigerians are sentimental.
A lot of them have been sentimental. I am telling you.
They've voted for a government that helps to ameliorate their suffering.
Thank you very much.
But that is not the case.
There are some, when you are talking about the economy, there are some few people that can be able to sabotage it. And there is nothing government can be able to do.
Because the government does not have the willpower.
But they do have the willpower. But how many
where is the willpower? For instance,
with our judiciary, how many people can be convicted?
The government government told Nigerians as of last week that over 2 billion liters of fuel had been imported. Hold on. Now, earlier this week, it was changed to about over 300 million. And Nigerians are saying, what is it that we consume on daily basis? Where are these billions of liters of fuel? Where are they?
I think.
Amidst all of this, the substantive minister of petroleum
the journalists are not very fair. You can hear the hype man, independent marketers of Nigeria, warning their members not to change the fuel price in their filling station. They are warning them to be selling at a control price. They are telling them not to hold it. Still, we have never seen anyone that has been penalized at this moment.
Is it journalists that will penalize?
It is not that. You can be able to do investigation as well.
The DP, we have called attention.
All those filling stations that are not doing well, you can be able to report those filling stations that are sabotaging the effort of the government. Okay. It can be done.
As we wrap up on the program, Mr. Molaja, in case you're not aware, journalists are doing their bit.
I don't know about that.
Journalists have called the attention of the government to it. Journalists are asking, okay, the implementation of the Petroleum Industry Act has been suspended, such that DPR can still go out. Even if DPR cannot go out,
should it be like that? Because government has to revert its own law in order to be able to please Nigeria. Because without the importation from NNPC, we are still going to be having shortage of fuel in Nigeria.
Okay, should I tell you the truth?
Yeah, tell me please.
Nigerians believe that all of this, a cross section of them believe that all of these that are happening is as a result of the fact that Nigerians did not allow the government to increase the pump price.
Forget about the increment. Forget about the increment. The government are not going to do the increment because they knew that once they do it, they are going to be more suffering. That is why they have to go with their own neck.
Is it now?
It's not about the try.
Now, even if the subsidy is removed, would it not be better off than this that Nigerians are going through?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Mr. Malajo,
I don't think so.
Unfortunately, we just need to call it a day at this juncture. But of course, these are testimonies from Nigerians. Nigerians say they are suffering. Nigerians are waiting for a Messiah. In President Muhammad Buhari, they are waiting, okay, for a rescue. Will that come? How soon will it? That is the question on the lips of many Nigerians. Okay, but whichever way, Nigerians are appealing to the government. If there are filling stations ordering the fuel, DPR is yet to be scrapped because the Petroleum Industry Act is still in force. Why are DPR not going out as they used to in the past? Okay, conspiracy theory flying around everywhere. Nigerians are asking these questions. If DPR are non-functional at this time, can we have task force even at the level of state government such that this product will be available? Hi, Manu Luakwo Mori, they're not the final buy. Mr. Malajo, a member of the APC, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for
Sincere apologies. I could see calls coming in, but of course, time is not on our side. By the special grace of God, we'll have another issue to talk about next